Hey, I'm Savut, and I am a young life leader at Central Magnet High School, and I go to the Experience Church. So I grew up in a Buddhist home, and you know, my family, we were actually really close. I would say the first 6 years of my life, but it wasn't until I was 6 when my mom got into a terrible car accident. That car wreck left her paralyzed from her neck down, and so from her neck down, like she can't really do anything. And that hurt me, and that hurt my entire family, but it especially hurt my dad. And my dad started to really be abusive, physically and verbally, and that changed the way we live life. That changed the way me and my two brothers and my little sister live life. And we were just hurt, and we were lost, and we were not loved. When I was in high school, I was really antisocial, and I was depressed, and I was lonely. But this couple, this married couple, came to me as a sophomore, and they came to me asking questions. How are you doing, Savut? And I would give them this response of, I'm fine. Like life is fine. Life is good. But that really wasn't how I was feeling. They consistently asked me, for 3 years, hey, how are you doing? How's life? And it wasn't until senior year when Jim asked me, how's your family, Savut? And at that point, I knew he really cared. And I felt love from that point for someone to ask me about my family, because that's all the hard stuff. That's where, my family is, my mom is paralyzed. My dad is abusive, and both my brothers are in a gang. And so I had nothing. But that's what made this relationship with Jim just really something to look forward to. And so I started telling him about my family, and he started, and this is what he said. He said, I love you, and I'm here for you. And at that point, I wanted something else, and I wanted something different because I had nothing with my family. I got to spend a week experiencing the beauty of Christ, and the gospel was so just out there, and the messages were clear, and everything was just perfect that week for me to finally hear the best love story ever. And I remember we got to hear about Jesus dying on a cross for my sin and for our sins, and I remember thinking to myself, why would someone do that for me? I don't deserve it. And I remember them sending us out under the stars, and I got to talk to God for the first time. And I remember just the entire 20 minutes, I just started to cry and look back at the past year and see how much he loves me. And I told Jesus that night that I wanted to walk with him, and I wanted this relationship with him. And ever since that night, my life has never been the same, and it's been changed. But this past year, I've been able to watch God work in my life. And a lot of that is through prayer, through asking for a lot of things, whether it be with struggles with temptation, or struggles with family, or struggles with relationships. I've asked Jesus for help with that, and he has stepped in and rescued me or delivered other people from whatever like my family's going through.